So recently, Prime Minister Carney delivered a primetime pre-budget address. He addressed a number of things which I thought were important to bring to all of you. If you hadn't seen his address live, or perhaps you haven't caught it on YouTube or anywhere else online, you could catch it, I'm sure. He talked about many things. I just wanted to highlight a few for us because that budget is coming out soon. He made some, I guess I don't want to call them predictions, but he talked about things to look for in his in the budget coming out in the next let's call it 10 days or so, maybe a week or so. I think it's on the 4th that that the budget is coming out. So I wanted to highlight some of those for you this afternoon. First one, and we can pull those up. We have so those highlights. There you have it. We call them speech themes. He pledged generational investments, which will be necessary to build the economy of the future. And as we know, he's actually created a whole department to focus on big projects in Canada that's going to help grow our economy. I think a great idea, but we just need to get these projects going. If they're already going, we need to get them to the finish line as soon as possible. Government will build a stronger economy in a more dynamic and more competitive, in a more hostile world. How are they going to do that? Well, I guess remains to be seen. I've talked about on this show and many other TV appearances, BNN, CP24, all of the different places. I talked about continuing to cut interest rates, continuing to cut taxes. This is how you're going to build a more dynamic and more competitive environment for investors to come to this country. Transforming the economy will take some sacrifices, will require difficult choices. We'll have to see what those choices are. He's said that things are going to be a little bit more tough. He's going to cut spending in many areas. One of those areas is going to be in government. He wants to see all the different departments in the government cut back on spending, reduce the size of government in Canada, which is a great idea. I know the Prime Minister is a Liberal, but that tends to be a conservative idea. So great to hear that, talk about spending less in order to invest more, which is the next point. I love to hear that. Nation building major projects to be fast tracked, as I touched on earlier, where we want these big projects, we want to fast track them, and we want to get these going as soon as possible. We need to grow from within. We can't rely on our biggest trading partner to continue to grow. We have to grow from within. And so these are some of the ideas that I wanted to talk about. The last one I'll just touch on quickly. I know there's one more below it, but the relationship with the United States will never be the same as it was. And this was a comment that he has made a few times now, and I think everybody would agree. I think we'll have to see who the next president will be after 3 more years of President Trump, but I just don't think that we will be as dependent or as I just don't think we'll look at the United States as being as reliable for us, to be there for us. We used to call them our big brothers to the south. Well, I'm not so sure we're calling them that any longer. So we need to get our backyard in order. We need to do the things we need to do to create a better environment for business, to lure business here, to get foreign business here. And we need to do the things that we need to do to increase trade, increasing trade with other countries other than the US. And I think that's what the Prime Minister is going to be focusing on, should be focusing on, and it'll be very interesting to see what comes out in the budget in the next few days.